I tend to agree fully with Soli on the basis that the 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 current ruling elite, they've lost the plot. Now the only weapon that they can use is to play a race card and apartheid that, and bring that apartheid thing in the minds of our people, and that is fear mongering orchestrated by the ruling elite. So Sol is correct, because when they come here to our people, they will stand on the podium and say, if you give a Democratic Alliance your vote, or Freedom Front your vote, you must know that you are bringing back apartheid. That's what they are campaigning about. Now, ourselves as sober people will read in between the lines to say, it seems to us that the ruling elite doesn't have any promises to make anymore. The only thing is to fear, to monger the fear to our people. Fear mongering, people must be fearful and see nothing else but only the ruling elite. Now, what we are normally saying as the Langeberg Unemployed Forum is that if there is no counter narrative to this narrative that is wrong, the fear mongering narrative that is wrong, then we will be failing our population, particularly the Black people, because we must be very consistent in terms of educating we must not be tired, and we must be very patient, because we are dealing here with very difficult people who see things their way, you understand? And I know that because I'm coming from that generation. So hence we are saying, now we see things differently. You know, sometimes to engage different people, you start to see things differently. Now, it is our responsibility now to assume that responsibility, let me put it like that, Donald, to assume that responsibility and help our people, because those people need us to help them, nothing else. And we need to build a very sound and reasonable relationships with different human beings, you understand, and introduce them to come to visit our communities. Because you know what is happening? Once you don't come to my community, Donald, and people will, if you don't come and visit my community frequently, people will say things, because and those who are there listening to me saying that Donald is a problem, Donald will bring apartheid back, and you are not there to defend yourself. Those people will believe me because I'm living there with them. But if you come with me, then we organize some sort of a workshop. We make it some sort of an annual program, not annual program, they say, on quarterly basis. You interact with the Black people as a white person, as you are, Donald, on workshops, try so that the people, they can hear your side of the story. How do you view this thing of apartheid coming back if white people are in charge? That will also help us. You understand? So we've been even saying that if we can have each and every quarter a different white person to come and address the other white people on a different topic, and we have that brutal, I would say, engagement, and you must defend yourself. You understand? So that when people get out of that venue, they quite know that no, this is nonsense, because at least Donald explained to us what is meant by democracy and what is meant by when we are saying that people would demand freedom, and what is meant by the will of the people. Those discussions are not there. The ruling elite will never bring those discussions, because such discussion empowers communities. So hence I'm saying, Donald, this is a very tricky issue. I agree fully with Soli, and that it is upon us in order to develop some sort of a program that involves the people that are being you know, I use as a scapegoat to say white people will bring apartheid back, and we must bring those people to our communities to defend themselves. Thanks, Donald.
And you don't think the Freedom Front Plus or the DA does that? They don't fully, don't they work with your organization to say that they are not a parties of apartheid?
Look, to be honest, in our Langeberg municipality, we tried to engage the Democratic Alliance, because Democratic Alliance then was they governed that municipality. But we were not that brutal, because the people that were in charge of that municipality in the level of the political bearers, office bearers, they were not so keen in understanding the struggles that we are facing as the unemployed. It was very difficult to converse with them. Instead, they will engage you on some sort of gossips and stuff like that. Then we said, hey, let's step back, because it's useless in terms of engaging with councillors. Let's rather engage with the administration. But you know what is very exciting is that administration itself, when you engage, because our organization is a solution-driven organization. Now, when you engage them on issues that can resolve certain issues within the sector of the unemployed, then they see you some sort of a threat. You understand? So we are caught in between the hard place and the rock, and you can't suck blood out of the rock. Then we decided, let's step back, let's work with communities and start to develop some sort of a common program and leave them there for now up until their minds cools off. Then later we will engage them, and we're not a violent unemployed forum. We're engaging intellectually, but people tend to run away from us because, I mean, we seem now to be, we're not even a radical left. We're not in that radical politics. It's a matter of conversation that we see things differently. Here are the solutions. Where can you fit in this solution that we're putting forward? But nonetheless, those are the issues. But the Freedom Front, to be honest, we've never engaged with the Freedom Front in the level of our organization. But since now we see there are different dynamics now are taking place, and I am sure we will engage, and we see now there are very positive dynamics that are taking place around the country, particularly based on these local government elections.